Wallace,
How you doing?
how you doing, man?
All right.
I got a question for you, right? What made you fall in love with the horses and want to take on this life, man?
I don't know. I started as an owner and started breaking them ourselves at a ranch over in Miraloma Farms. There used to be a little ranch over here locally, and pretty soon I had other buddies of mine giving me horses to break, and after that happened, we started taking them over to Pomona to work them, and I thought, well, if I'm going to do all this work myself, I might as well get a trainer's license, and that's how it kind of started. And that was, I don't know, maybe 18 years ago.
Throughout your 18 years in this business, what's your favorite moment?
Well, probably winning stakes. My first stakes win here at Santa Anita, that was pretty good, you know. Those are usually your best moments when you win a good race. Yeah.
How important is the guys that work for you and all the people that work on the backside every day, 365?
Well, they're really the backbone of the whole operation. If you don't have good help, you just can't survive. You have to rely on them. They spend more time with the horses than the owners ever will, or even the trainers. The grooms that take care of them. We have 4 horses for each groom here. Each groom has a hot walker to hand walk them, and you know, they spend the majority of the time with those horses. And it's without good help, you just can't function here, especially the way it is today, competitive, and the rules and all of the different rules that we have here in California makes it very difficult. You have to make sure everything is run properly. Otherwise, you can get bad tests, you know, medication violations, things like that. Everything has to be locked down, and you have to have good people to make sure that they are taking care of business and treating the animals with respect and really taking good care of them.
And you know, who's your go-to guy here, man? Your eyes and ears.
Well, I have Efren Cordero. He's my foreman, so he kind of oversees the grooms. He worked for me back when we were talking about Pomona days. He worked for me back then, and then he joined back with us here not too long ago. So he kind of oversees everything. He's always around. I live about an hour away, so it's always good to have people here that are constantly, you know, keeping their eye on everything.
Mm-hmm. You got a favorite horse all the time?
In my barn right now, well, not really. You know, you have favorites that come and go, but right now I have a horse. I really do like him. He's not the best horse I have. He has some issues breathing wise and kind of limits his distance, but everybody that sees him loves him. Everybody calls me, hey, when are you going to retire him? I want him. His name's Polar, and he's a real big, good-looking horse, and he's probably one of my favorites. You know, some of them just kind of get in your heart, and he's one of those.
And you know, for young people that's looking on, right, that might want to take on a career like this, what kind of advice would you give them?
Really, you know, if they want to get in the racing industry, they need to kind of figure out what, because it's very large. I mean, there's a lot. You can do administrative, working for racetracks. You can work in the backside, working with the horses. So they got to kind of figure out, you know, what they want to do. If they want to work in this industry, there's a school in Arizona that they can go to. That kind of gives them a head start and a leg up in the industry, because it's tough. It's really tough to come in here and have people trust you with their $1 million horses if you don't have any experience. So if they can look into the school in Arizona, there's a backside school there that teaches them stuff. If they want to go into training or a groom or even working, like I said, in the management of the racetrack, they teach those courses. And then try to get, if you don't have experience, you know, go to one of these thoroughbred farms. Out here in California, it's kind of tough because there's not a lot of them anymore. But if you can get some experience at the farm, that's going to help you a lot. So when you get in here, you at least have the basic understandings of what we're doing every day and how to properly handle these horses.
So other than horses that you train outside of that, what's some of the best horses you've ever been around?
Oh my God, well, we've got Baffert, he's 3 barns down. He's got, you know, American Pharaoh. He's had all these horses, Justify, Medina Spirit. I mean, you see them walking by every day. I haven't been fortunate to have one of those yet, but you see them all day long over here at Santa Anita.
All the ones that you've seen outside of your barn, which one have you looked at the most and said, I would love to have a horse just like that?
You know, I really loved California Chrome. Before I was over here, I was at Los Alamitos, and he would come out every day and train. And you know, you look at him, and he was such a beautiful horse and a beautiful stride, and he just tried every time. And you know, we all strive for a horse like that. And so yeah, he was probably one of the top ones I liked.
Right. Can you just give us a shout out? The real players inside the backstretch.
The real players are the Backstretch boys. Absolutely.
Man, thank you.
Take care.